blessed be. Today is June 30th, and it is National Food Truck Day. Heck yeah, I like a good food truck meal. It's a neat concept. You can take an established restaurant and just create a little mobile mini kitchen. Or that could be just the business, the truck, and you're going out and, doing your own hustle. It's, I think, a really low cost way to bring something, valuable food, to people. And you can, really present food trucks at very interesting places. There was even a wedding venue that didn't have like a kitchen set up. So for catering, they allowed the wedding party to like get a food truck to come to the place, and guests can eat that way, which I thought was an actual kind of interesting idea. But yeah, food trucks, I'm on board. At work this week, they like to hand me the interesting stuff. This week's assignment was getting a PDF our company had submitted, and it got reviewed and comments on, so it needed to be resubmitted with the comments being addressed. But it turns out we don't know where the DWG file is. We only have the PDF of the existing project that got submitted. How that happens is beyond me, but I don't know. They just hand me what they hand me, tell me what they tell me. So then they hand me the PDF, and they need some devices moved, and they need it on a different background. So they do have the DWG of the background. Cool. So I get that put in, and to follow the notes, because again, I don't have any of the blocks for the symbols. So I go into the PDF and I use the clipper, and I just take a little snippet of it, and then I put that snippet into my DWG and put my devices in that way. And then I went and I looked when I was finished. Because I'm not going to make a whole new PDF of like 17 sheets for the submittal, because I don't want to log in and input all the title block information. I'm not doing that. It's an as-built. So I've got to create 2 new pages, so I copy them over. Now I am able to edit the PDF, some of the fonts in the PDF editor. So that's pretty cool. And so I was able to update the page name and the page number. That was nice to be able to do. Sometimes I just do a text block over some of the sections. If I need to delete something, it's a text box with no border that has a white fill. And this way you can actually just kind of erase large squares on your PDF. But to get the AutoCAD drawing into the PDF, I set everything up in CAD, had the little snippets of my devices on there, went to Paperspace, went to Preview. So this way everything's within, we'll call it the proper color scheme you want to see in print. And then I did a snapshot of that, and I put that snapshot into the PDF, into the new pages, overlaying it to the other background. But yet the call-outs to the side, I just had to draw new lines. It was so hodgepodge together, but in the end, it worked. I reprinted the PDF as a new PDF, as a separate new PDF, so it was kind of flattened instead of submitting the one where I had all those little whiteout boxes and things like that. So in the end, that was my solution. I mean, it took time. There are no shortcuts for that sort of workaround, which is why you don't make that kind of work your process. But all in all, it was a really fun puzzle to solve of how do I visually, again, change this information without redoing it all. Oh, that would have taken me forever because I don't have access to any of their library information. So who knows where that came from. So as we figure out how we're navigating through this sort of acquisition and access, I'm glad I'm afforded the patience from my peers and team to get these things figured out, because they're happy that somebody's finding these results and I'm not getting any sort of negative feedback for the time it takes, because they realize they're not handing me the proper documentation for quick turnaround. But in the end, I did it. If you'd like to hear more entries into the CAD Witch's Grimoire, don't forget to hit subscribe. Until next time, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.